Welcome everyone to the live, and as you would have guessed from the thumbnail and title, today we are going to talk about like how am I actually going to how am I actually going to finish the prototype? Okay, and well, mostly it's not going to be that difficult or anything. Everything has been created and everything is up to date. It's just that I did all of those things off screen, and now actually I have to tell you guys everything, like what I did and stuff. So this video is about that. Well, before we start, let me just set up a few more things, and then I will be back. Give me some, just few minutes. All right, I'm back. Now let's talk about everything. So, firstly, um, what are the updates in the prototype itself? So, I think it would be better if we just play the game, right? And forget about him for now. I will tell you what he is doing there. Why we are? Oh no, I will update you guys about this. For now, let's just let him be. Da, 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 da. Ah, all right. Now let's minimize this. Okay. So there are few things, few upgrades into the game, and all of the systems that we created while being on live or not being on live, I have kind of polished them, and this is our game for now. So if I play, I'm not really going to like, maybe I will do it, I don't know. If you guys actually want to play this game like for yourself, that you can skip this part to the next chapter. I will put the chapters in so you guys have easier time going through the life. Anyways, let's go over the thing. Okay, so firstly, I have created this sequence where you have like all of the controls shown to you at the first playthrough, right? Before this, I had an idea that we will have some bit of notification popping right under the sanity mark, and then in those notification we can showcase the player. But it was like too buggy. I don't know. It was just too much. Anyways, so we have this area, right? Few of the rooms have been created, but again, few of the doors are still closed. So there is, I made it so that the locked doors are all black and the open doors are see-through. Okay, and the doors that can be opened up. Okay, so there are two types of doors. One that are completely locked, they don't have a key or code. But then there is this one, which can be opened up by a lock or maybe, I'm sorry, or maybe a key of some sort, right? So these things are inside the game right now, and these are the updates for the doors in itself. Now I have, if you guys don't know about it, we also have these things. Okay, this thing where we have like pop-up where we can read a note and stuff like that, and then we can go back, and we also have subtitles, right? They are not really subtitles, they're just what we want to say, but I don't have a voice actor right now, so yeah, all of them are happening by text. Now to the next thing, which is the notes menu. So if we press I, there is this note menu. It will be expanded into a inventory menu and everything, but I think it would be much better if I do all of those things inside the demo itself. Okay, so for that reason, we only have collection system, uh, notes collection system for now. And also code and extra doesn't do anything. All of the notes goes right into the notes in itself. So this is the first one that we see when we start the game. And as you can see, every time you go into this menu, you can see this uh, instructions anywhere you want. Also, the do note one and any note that you ever pick up over here will be inserted in there. Okay. So now let me try and pick up all of the notes. Okay, so over here, take the container to the basements. We have to finish construction as soon as possible. Log code is 3815. So let's see if that code works. 3815. Also, to actually exit out, you just have to press escape and you will be able to exit out of it. I mean, there is this problem. It doesn't save the rotation that you put it in. So, yeah, that is the only downside, I guess. Now, I have also upgraded the basement, so it looks more filled up. Yeah, it was too empty before. Okay. And over here we have the dark basement, which we can go to, but for now, we're just going to keep it there. As you can see, we also have a safe, but we don't know the code for safe, right? So we need to figure that one out, right? And there is this bug, and that bug is if I am inside the safe widget and I escape, I go into the resume stuff and resume and stuff. Like we go to the pause menu directly. So, and I haven't figured out how to fix that yet, but soon enough, soon enough. So now what we have to do is, as you can see, this way, probably we will find the code here, probably, right? So you can look around and as you can see on the top right corner, this area in itself is sanity ridden. I'm calling this insanity ridden. And as soon as you enter here, the sound, like background sound, will completely stop, and you will have this chromatic aberration, like going insane, right? So you can walk around. You can do everything. There's nothing like you die here and stuff. No, you can still walk around and you can have fun with the chromatic aberration. If you like don't mind seeing it, it's completely fine. But over here we can see that we have the code 656251, and this is a dialect. So I thought, how about I just draw the number, right, in Photoshop or MS Paint, and then I can use it as a dialect, and it will look good. I don't have to make everything into the notes. So now if we input 656251 into the into this thing, uh, it is annoying a bit. Okay, so we're back. Oh, that was brutal. I almost died. You didn't though. Okay, anyways, so open safe, and over here, as you can see, we can input the code, and it is 656251. And as soon as you press enter, the safe will open up. Now, inside the safe, we have batteries, so we can pick them up. And then there is this thing, spatial component. Uh, don't worry about the names. I suck at the names. So, anyways, so if you pick this up, there will be a note. This component will automatically attach to your flashlight and prevent any interference, allowing you to use it anywhere. With this attachment, you can also navigate through insanity-ridden areas, the, the basement basically, uh, with ease. So you will not have those chromatic aberration or anything that we will add in future. Okay, so if you are using flashlight with this component, you are basically safe in the sanitary-ridden areas. However, please remember that this has a limited lifespan, just like any other battery. So right now I am thinking that if we have this thing, it is kind of like, do we make this a completely like uh like there is only one spatial component and you can use it as much as you want, or do we make it a resource just like batteries, so that you have to collect them and you have to go somewhere to collect them, and sometime it can happen that the spatial component get reduced and then your sanity will start to reduce in certain areas, right? So I'm still thinking about it. Like, do we want to go this way or that way? But for now, it is what we have. Now there is a few things which just happened. Okay, I didn't do it intentionally. It just worked because I made I somehow made the code that way. Okay, so if we go inside, look, right now there is two things that you need to actually stop your sanity from reducing. First of them is that you need to have your flashlight on, and your flashlight should have the special component. So these two things, when they are true, the sanity will stop, like reducing. Okay, and here's the thing. So as you can see, the sanity starts to reduce, and if I turn on the flashlight, it stops. Doesn't increase, doesn't decrease, it just stops. And I find this much better. I don't know why, but I find this much better. Like, if you need to increase your sanity, right? Either you have to eat something, or you have to go somewhere which is not insanity ridden, and then your sanity will like should like start to increase at this point. But it okay, yeah, that's kind of it. I think I'm going to make this because right now it's still a bug, right? Like, yeah, the sanity doesn't change when the flashlight is on, basically, at this point. But we can change it. We can tweak it in some ways. Now, after the basement is done, also there is one more thing. If you have this spatial component, the flashlight will not turn off over here, or it will if we didn't have it. Hey, let's turn on the light. So if you guys can hear it, I don't think you guys can hear it. Wait a minute. Um, uh, so yeah, let me increase the desktop volume so that you guys can see it. Wait a minute. Alrighty, I will shut up for some time because I think you guys will be hearing me like both of your ears. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. I don't know why the sound is not coming, but I will fix that. I'll fix that as soon as possible. Probably in the next live, but for now, as you can see that over here we have the sound like that uh, panicky sound, right? And I have this character which if you walk to the sound and this character will disappear, and we only have this guy just laying around. And we also get a clue that we need to get out and get to the elevator, right? And we have this note, told you you should have understood and get out of here, because if you remember, we picked up don't open note and it says to get out of here. Now if you see, we have all of these notes that we picked up, right? And they will stay here till we are playing the game, and they can also stay here after if we use save game system, right? But I have not included the save game system because it was kind of like bugging me. I don't know, and it's a really small gameplay time to have something like that. Now I have also changed the AI. So yeah, um, yeah. I'm kind of scared of her, by the way. It's the same AI that I used uh, in the first prototype, and I really don't know where she is. Okay, there she is. Okay. Okay, as you can see, uh, it's not really that uh, scary if we are like paying attention, but it is really scary when you don't know that she's there and she just comes out of a corner and scares soul out of you. Okay, so and there is this uh, place over here which somehow we are able to go through. Why? Right? And yeah, moreover, it looks nice, and the best part, the best part is that everything works above 70 FPS. Okay, on high ones. On Epic, it runs around 60 FPS. But if we go to the like cinematics, it runs around 40. Okay, so these are the frame rate ranges, I would say, which are really good for completely unoptimized game. Like I just like I didn't like do anything special to optimize it. I just kept everything neat and clean from the start, basically. And I will still optimize it, but for now, works however it is. Now, there are two ways to finish this sequence. First, you either die by getting attacked by the AI, or you escape. Okay, and dying by the AI is pretty easy. You just stand in front of the AI. AI will come at you, and a box collider will basically collide with us, and it will say, "You lose." Okay, but there is one more thing. If the AI doesn't know that we exist, right, and we basically shoot the AI. Right now, if I left click, I'm shooting a ray, and if that ray hits the AI, it will hide away from us. So I somehow need to find the AI. Okay, it's going that way. But I know it will come back. It will come back. Oh my god, it will come back. Or maybe not. I don't know. I made it so like uh it randomly follows the route. Okay. No. Like it knows. So if I hit her, right? As you can see, there is like a cloud and now it disappeared, right? And it will stay disappear. I didn't make a system that it will reappear somewhere else. So now there is no AI in this world. You can do that, but only if the AI doesn't know that you are behind her or like who actually attacked her, right? But if she knows, you're basically that she will not disappear. And then the only way that we can win is if we escape. So for now, this is I don't know why this appears, but so for now, this is how we are doing everything in here. Okay, you can change the gore settings so you will not see any blood anywhere on the world, and you can also change the audio. I fixed it because we have the save game system enabled, and you can change the display like We can make it window and 2080, and it will look something like this. Or you can make it full screen and have fun like this with low frame rate, no, low resolution. Okay? And one more thing, we are not using even DLSS or FSR. Okay, this is purely just uh, Unreal. Okay, and I think if we do include DLSS or FSR, will which will I do like at the end of the development, right? Just so that we get like just a bit more boost in the frame rate, but I still want to keep at least 60 frames per second on epic settings in this game. Okay, so over here, as you can see that all of the settings are at high, and we can go back and quit the game. All right, so that was the game. That was the updates that we have done and stuff. Now let's talk about the other things. Wait a minute. Uh, yeah, we're over here. Okay, so that was the prototype build, and I have updated it in the itech.io, so you can download it at any time that you want. Now, when we will start working on the next thing, right? When we will start working on the demo, because prototype, to be honest, if we go through all of these things, then we know that the stretch system is done, the save system is done, the darkness system, which is correlated with the stretch system, which is basically this is sanity system, as you can say. Okay, all of these are done. Core system and core systems are done. Jump scares, which I don't want to do jump scare right now because this is just prototype. Like I was like too eager to add like a stun sound when the AI disappear, but there is nothing. There's there's basically nothing. Okay, so there are jump scares. Okay, they are jump scares, it's just not that uh, apparent, I guess. Okay, then in the world interaction, we have record files. They're like notes, right? We do have them. Audio tapes, I cannot have them because it needs voice acting. I am kind of learning voice acting, but it's not there yet. So yeah, this is also going to happen at demo or like final build, but not right now. Then take note of visual and interacted. This is done completely. Seriously, it's completely done. Okay, then the fuse coded locker is done. Fuse box is left. Fire the obstacles. This is left, and I will be doing this in the demo because right now I didn't find a place where I can put obstacles, and you have to put it in fire, and like I don't have anything behind it, right? There should be something like some kind of reward or at least a story clue behind that obstacle, right? But I don't have anything to put behind it. So just for that reason, I'm not going to do it. Now, this is the warehouse environment, which is also done, but I like if I am bored out of my mind and I want to just work on world building, then I may come back here, update few rooms, and then update the game. Okay. Until then, this is completed. This is uh the one that you see is like final for now. Okay, then comes these two things. I did say that I will include creeper and ghost inside the prototype, but the hider itself is so scary and takes up like all of the plays, that adding creeper and ghost will be terrifying. Like for me, I cannot test it. Seriously, I cannot test the game with just hider in it. So creeper and ghost will like ruin everything. Okay, so with that, prototyping is done. Now I will take some time, not few times, some time to actually work on the main topics that I think are like in front of us that should be included in the demo, and then I will start working on the demo as well. But for now, I really don't really have anything that I can put in. Like I have to do some research on the story, on how everything is going to play out, what kind of audio files even are we going to have. So all of those things you have to figure out, and then after that, can you have to figure out like what we put in the game. So only after that I will start the demo, which I will, let's say I will start from the October 1st. October 1st, I guess. Okay, so that's the demo. Um so today is 25th, so after 5 or 6 days, let's say a week. Okay, maybe let's just take a break till next Monday, right? I will start working on the demo from next Monday, let's say. Let's do that. Okay, so from next Sunday, from a week, but from the next Sunday, we will start working on the demo. Now, let's talk about the one cute little thing that you see over here. Because this is my new avatar that I'm going to use in the live streams or anywhere else. And I don't know about debuts on VTubing community and PNG tubing. I don't know like how we debut stuff, and like I don't know. Okay, so for now I'm just announcing it right now that I'm going to use this instead of the previous one. Now let me uh, okay, now this will appear everywhere. So now that is done, let's go over a few more things. So this is the, if you remember, the asset level actor palette. Okay, and I have all of the actor palettes or whatever, everything related, the things I created or the things that I have added, all of them are here, right? And we have these things, batteries. Okay, so we have the small versions of these battery, the big versions, and we have few more interactions. Okay, so if we go over to the movie and video, this section over here, okay, then as you can see there over here we have a movie playing, and let's say that this is a TV screen in the game or something like that. And then if we play interact with this, okay, okay, it stopped, but it didn't stop for I don't know what is happening, but whatever. So it's supposed to stop there, which it didn't for some reason. Anyways, so that there is that, and then there is this collider. If we collide with this, it should send out an explosion. Like, what is happening? Half of the stuff is not working anymore. Okay, um, this is auto open, and this one requires key. Yeah, I made drawers. I didn't actually show you guys that, but offline I made these drawers. So if you click on it, it will take some time and then it will open up drawer. Okay, and you can also close them. So it's pretty handy if we ever want to make it into like something else. And then we also have this door, which still doesn't work. I don't know, like half the stuff just stopped working at this point. Okay, look and stuff. And we have this. Okay. Alright, let me show you like what I meant by the AI killing us. Okay, so let's say that this AI which is roaming around sees us. Okay, it will come towards us, and if we don't move, and it reaches to a certain position, then we will die basically. Yeah. So yeah, that much. I don't know the reason why. Alright, so now everything is ready. Let's talk about how you guys should be going about this. Okay, I created the prototype and I didn't actually show you guys everything that I did, but let me at least show you guys like how you should be going about if you are making this game, how you should be following through and actually start building the prototype. Okay, so firstly, let's break it down into parts. So instead of it being a completely one-centered project, you can break it down to the parts. And the parts being the characters, okay? Character and AI. Okay, this is one chunk. Then we have the environment. Okay, this is the second chunk. Then we have the UI slash options. I would say settings. Okay, UI and settings. Then the last part is going to be story. Okay, even if you have a really small game and it like doesn't have anything else in it, and like the whole gameplay is just like mine, like 5 minute act max. Okay, if you stay around the game, it will take you 5 minutes, half of a minute or something. So even if you have that small of a game and have even a little bit of story, it becomes interesting. Okay, so these are the four chunks or four pillars I'll say you need in the prototype. You also need them in the demo and the game itself, but for the prototype I think this is enough. Okay, and let me do this. Okay, yeah, so the character is funny. Okay, so how are you going to like divide them now, right? What are the actual tasks that you have to do? So inside the character, make sure of few things. Firstly, movement. The character should move nicely. Okay. Then state changes, states. Okay. The the transfer between standing, crouch, and laying down should be smooth, right? And they should like all work nicely. So movement, states, and then probably I will say interaction with the world itself, right? You can add physics to the character, you can add a few more things, and you can make it much more lively basically. Okay, so make sure of these three things inside the character itself: movement, states, and interaction. If you have all of these things correctly, your character is ready. Now for the AI, you need to remember that it have all of the perceptions, or at least the one that you want it to have. Okay, if the AI is blind, it should not have the sight, but it should have a better hearing and stuff like that. So make sure of like sight, hearing, and maybe touch or something like that, or maybe damage. All of these perceptions are complete and they work nicely with the world, and also the AI themselves. Okay, so there, if let's say that there is character and you make a basic AI, which I have right now, right? Then AI doesn't know if the player is this or it's friendly AI. Okay, so this is AI, this is AI, and this is our character. Okay, this AI doesn't know which character to follow until unless we tell them to avoid or forget about these other AIs basically. Okay, so this AI doesn't know difference between any actor in the world. If they see it, they will treat it as the player itself. Okay, so you also need to fix this issue, which I didn't because I only have one AI. Okay, so you should fix the perception. It should do the job of the AI that it's supposed to do. Okay, so in my case, it's not that really good looking. The VFX are not that good, but it still works, right? They are still there. So include any kind of VFX, and any kind of particle effects or anything that you want to have. Add them. Okay, add them. Doesn't matter if they look bad or something like that. Just add them and let them stay there. You can always upgrade and fix them later. Okay, inside the environment, I will not say that you make a complete environment where you have uh, buildings and uh, roads and stuff. The environment just need to be enough that you have all of the systems. Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot about the systems. Oh, story and systems. There's five pillars. Okay, systems are basically mechanisms that you have in the game, like the game unique mechanisms. Like I have sanity system, which is not unique, but it's still a system. It's kind of unique to the horror games, I guess. Okay, so make systems. So yeah, the characters, the AIs you have, the systems you have, the story you have, the environment should be enough to have all of them collectively and still doesn't make it crowded. Okay, The environment, prototype environment at least, should be that much. Okay, it should have everything. It should have story playing out. It should have all of these systems that you have created, and it should have space, okay, for the players to like feel at ease. They should not be like too much is going into their head at the same time, basically. Okay, so the environment should be this. It can be anything. This is a prototype. This doesn't represent your main game. It just represents your systems, and you should provide an environment in which those systems can be tested out properly. That's it. Now, in the UI and settings, what is up with the UI and settings? Now, in these settings, you should have enough settings to change. I'm going to say like all of these things just should be enough to support this thing. Okay, they should be enough to support the systems that you have created for the game. That's it. Story should be enough to support the systems. Character should be able to move around to test out all of the systems. AI is the part of the system, and environment should contain all of the systems so that the player can utilize them. And again, UI and settings. Uh, I mean, you can make a complete UI and settings menu because it doesn't really matter in the game, at least, right? I mean, you can spend some time uh, making UI when you have free time or you're like bored out of your mind. I don't know. So I told you guys about what you have to create, okay, in the prototype. Now, let me actually show you guys how I am doing most of these things. H. Okay, so as you can see over here, this is the prototype version. This is the widget that we use to what do you say that? Oh yeah, we use this widget to compile all of the shaders before we start working on the game. It helps the game to run smoothly. Even if even after this, if you guys have any kind of problems, like if you have jittery or if you have that one frame problem, right? So if you don't know, Unreal have the uh, one frame problem. Okay, and what is the one frame problem is basically it's running everything. Okay, it's running everything as usual, but then one tick comes. Okay, and in that particular tick there are certain things. Okay, so what is actually happening is that in that particular tick, the player entered a area or looked to a certain object that is that has not been rendered yet. Okay, the shaders of that particular object have not been compiled and they are not in the hard drive or stuff like that. Okay, it has not been cached. Okay, so unfiltered. That's not the spelling. So uncached shader, any kind of uncached shader uh, process being sent to that in particular tag, then it will complete all of these compiling of the shaders. Okay, it can take about a second to 1 second to 10 seconds depending on your system, and it creates a hitch or lag. It creates a visual lag. Okay. So one frame problem is basically what is actually happening is that in particular at one point of time when you're looking at something that has not been compiled with shaders yet, then the shaders will stop any kind of process from being forward. Okay, it will stop all of the processes and it will only focus on the shaders themselves. Okay, and once the shaders are complete, then it will start the process, and it can happen over and over and over again if we have multiple of the assets lying around in the world not being like shaded. Okay, so that's the basic one frame problem. And what we are doing over here is that we are basically running this shading uh, widget, which basically load in all of the levels. Okay. Right now I only have two of the levels, but it can load as many levels as we want. Again, we can also put them in for each loop if we have like multiple of the levels. But for now, I only have two, and I wanted to make this much more customizable. Okay. And the one that you see over here, the get process and stuff, these are just to make make the loading time a little bit longer, and it seems like that it's like loading something. Okay, so if we uh, remove this image, okay, so if I set the visibility to be in hidden and I play this, as you can see, we load in the first one and then we also will load in the second one, uh, right somewhere over there. Yeah, as you can see, this is the second one. Okay, so these are the things. As you can see, those worlds are being loaded and being shaded at the same time. Now, this player start that we have is at a weird location. I don't know why. Let's move it back to 000. Correct. Now let's bring back the visibility and save everything and close it. So that is the first thing. Okay. So widget is calling out all of the levels and the shaders are being compiled before the game even runs. Okay. And after the compiling of shaders, we use this thing, which is this is basically a transition widget. So if I open it up, as you can see, if we go from black, then it will like do this. Okay, and if we go to black, it will do this. Okay, so these are basically transition widgets, and we will use them in multiple of the places in the world to actually have much better like uh, level changes or menu changes. Okay, so what we are doing, we are using this transition at the first. Okay, so this is at the begin play. So we use this transition, it launches, and then the shading widget runs, And after we have finished shading, then it will uh, do the back from widgets stuff. Okay, and it will like go back to black basically. And then after this is done, only then, okay, after going back to the black is done, after that we will open up the main logo intro. Okay, so basically we are doing this this way. I don't know. I've done this, and it feels kind of boring talking about everything. Yeah. Ah, look, guys, I will be much more consistent on the demo part. Okay, I'll show you guys about all of the things that we are supposed to do in the demo. But for now, I guess this is it. I'm sorry about everything. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm not like really putting up the updates, but as a compensation, if I think it that compensation, I think it. Yeah, I think the word is compensation. Okay, so as compensation for this, I will be making videos. Okay, I will be making videos on all of these topics. Okay, everything that is happening inside this prototype will be included in those videos. And let's also do this. Okay, I will make a base game prototype, okay, which you guys can use to build, like right away, start from your demo. Okay, so the prototyping will be done, and then you can start with the demo. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. It's a much better idea, but it will take time. Okay, videos take time. They need editing. They need so much stuff. So, and I also have few ideas to upgrade the production of the videos. So it will take time. Anyways, all right. So that's it. The uh, prototype uh, will be done through videos. Okay, if you want to learn about all of these things that we did in here, I will make like I can make separate videos on this, like how to make a safe, how to make a log pad that like turns, how to make characters, how to make AI, how to make world, how to make colliders that signals out to the world, and then we do something. Because they can be separate videos, and people can only watch like the part that they want to, because let's be honest, like searching a particular topic in a 3 hour long live is tiring, and I am tired to make captions for all of them. But I will be doing it. Okay, I will not be tired guy anymore. In the demo, I will try to be my best, and will showcase almost everything that I do. Though college assignments are coming up, and anyways, let's move on to the next part, which is gaming. Okay, I'm thinking about uh, 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 gaming, like starting a entertainment channel or something like that. Yeah, so be ready about that. I may live streams on Sunday for the games that I play. All right, that is it for today. I know it was a quick live. I think it's only been an hour, but I think it was necessary for you guys to know about, like know everything about the game, and where it's heading and stuff. So yeah, The another thing though is that if we play the game, there's one thing, okay? And that thing is the prototype. Uh, so if we hit quit, um, so whenever you press quit in the game, it will take you to this page. Okay, and over here you can enter the system specifications so that we can like know what are the limits of this game, and like, did you finish the game by going to the elevator, or like did you die, or how are the controls, how is the atmosphere. So if you guys would be kind enough to finish this form, I would have much better idea on like what to work on and how to improve the game. And for the fellow developers, I would recommend that you have something like this, or have a Discord where people can talk about the bugs, or like few things about the game, so that you have much better idea what to work on, what to fix, and where to go. Okay, so for now, this is the game. This is everything that I wanted to talk about. And now that it's done, um, yeah, I will go back to my in my life. I will do whatever. Okay. I will like do live streams from tomorrow. I will still do them. Uh, Maybe I will show you like how to make stories, how to actually design everything, how to manage everything, maybe stuff like that, or maybe fix the prototype if there are some bugs and stuff. Okay, so till then, see you in the next video or live, and have a great day, or good night, or good afternoon, where whatever there is for you. So see you in the next one. Bye bye.